All right, Thomas. You're starting it off?
Oh, I mean, you're starting it right now. What did you say? You said, okay.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know what you want to do.
Oh, I'm going to put this whole clip in
I was
now.
going to put it in too, but
Okay.
I mean, now you're...
With the intro, we just... Okay, let's talking.
Right.
Go ahead and start, Thomas.
Hello and welcome to the Pick Your Brain podcast from the demented minds of TLEV Horror. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Mr. E.
And woo, it's been a minute since we've done this,
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been like a year or two or something. What did we stop on last time? It was like Bird.
The last thing we stopped on for this podcast was Unbreakable's sequel, Split, which was then sequel to... no, it was Split. Yeah,
No,
it was Glass. That's right. That was the trilogy.
Unbreakable, Split,
and
Glass,
so I thought, like, that's like horror adjacent, and we got like 0 views on that. So I was like, yeah, I think we're just gonna.
Well,
you know,
it's good to put this on TLEV Horror because we are getting 0 views right now. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good place to start because it's a new growing channel. If you're new to this channel, subscribe right now.
And also because the fact that TLEV Horror is horror.
Yeah,
only.
it's just straight up horror.
And this podcast is horror. Only.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to put this podcast.
Works perfectly.
So for those of you who didn't see, because it was 2 years ago and on a completely different channel, the Pick Your Brain podcast was created to be a hub for conversations about horror. Everything horror. Talking about horror movies, talking about haunt events here in Southern California. Right. And we're going to bring it back.
It's time.
And we're going to do it bigger than better, right?
Yeah. I mean...
Or bigger and better. Not bigger than better.
I think we're going to have... much more or many more guests.
We are. So we're going to be doing
before.
So what we're going to be doing is that every single episode is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be just the 2 of us. Some of them are going to be the 3 of us.
Yes.
Some of them are going to be
Prison Mike is sitting.
Prison Mike's going to be here. He's our placeholder for this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Every episode's going to be completely different. Yeah. It's going to be a completely different setup, and it's just all going to have the one thing in common: horror.
Yes, and it's like it's not going to be just like based off of horror events. It's going to be, if possible, scare actors, creators of horror
local
events and local haunts.
Yeah,
and
we got all that.
Movies. We'll see where this goes.
We've got some lineups already going on, peeps, and so this is really going to be our episode 0, talking about just for us.
This is the start.
Yeah, this is the start. Brand new chapter.
Think, this is a great way to start because we're going to be talking about the things that we wish we knew about every type of horror event. So that's going from conventions, that's going Knott, Dark Harbor, Horror Nights. I mean, we can talk a little bit about Fright Fest.
We'll talk everything.
So this is a way of us letting you guys know, like what you should prepare for and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think this is the best time to cue the intro. We heard that one, right? It's good. It's a good return to that
little intro.
So you know what, peeps? Let's just break down about the fact that peeps. That's what y'all are. You're the horror peeps. There are peeps.
like the candies from Easter.
Like exactly from Holidays in Hell Maze. That was there for the first night. First night it was there. Remember, would like spray us in the face, and then it just went away.
No, they were still there.
Were they still there?
Yeah, they would go. Paul. That's what it would be. That was it.
Well, I only saw them on the first night. I didn't see them any other nights.
No. They were there.
So this is episode 0 because we really want to talk about our experience entering the horror community. In many ways, becoming kind of like the face of Southern California haunts and just trying to teach you all what we learned going through all these different experiences.
We've been doing this for 4 years now. I mean, you guys have been doing this for... This is our 5th year in. Yeah. This is my third-ish year in. And, you guys have really learned a lot from it. Especially this past year, there's a lot of stuff that we've learned. Mainly with, Midsummer Scream. And I'd say Knott's. I mean, there's something I put on there that we'll talk about. And Horror Nights again. Those ones I feel like that we've learned the most from like last year.
Last year, okay.
Yeah, so I think we should start with conventions.
Yeah, that was something that was new to, I know for me specifically, that I didn't realize the amount of horror events there are when it's not September to November.
Just recently, the past weekend, or we're filming this on Sunday. So this weekend. Haunt X just happened, which is mainly like a home haunt convention. We sadly weren't able to go. I mean, we've been super busy lately.
I literally took the LSAT this weekend. So there were two things that happened this weekend that I really wanted to go to. For Midsummer Scream, for only $20 for a gold bat pass, you could learn CPR training, which I think is great to learn CPR.
No, for sure.
And also the fact that it was only $20 for a gold bat pass.
That would have been really nice.
Yeah, but I was locked in a classroom during that time.
I was editing all videos that are coming out this week. Also,
Josue's in Vegas, I think.
Josue is in Vegas having a great time.
We'll ask him in the next podcast about his Vegas trip.
How Vegas went. What horror stuff did he see in Vegas?
There we go.
But yeah, so conventions. I think we should really focus in on Midsummer Scream. Because I didn't go to Monsterpalooza last year.
Yeah, me neither.
You didn't. We were gone.
Yeah, we were. I think because so the way that it worked for us when we were doing, as some of you may be unaware, since this is a new channel, TLEV has had many iterations. It used to be the League of Extraordinary Vloggers when we were starting just doing vlogs, and then we started trying Halloween Horror Nights, and we did a lot of Halloween Horror Nights, and then we actually started getting picked up by Universal Studios, which we are still every single day so grateful for that.
For sure.
Universal Studios always wants to collaborate with us. It's just an amazing experience. Then because of that, we started having Warner Brothers, which we're also very happy to be partnering with them with a lot of our content. Also having Knott, it's fantastic. These relationships that we all built, and because of that, we started making it so since their themes are very much year round.
Right.
The League of Extraordinary Vloggers had to essentially become a year round production.
Yeah.
So we started making TLEV media because we were covering all these different events, going to all these different, but we still have like the vlogs and we still have all of that.
Right.
And then we decided now with YouTube, redoing all of their COPPA acts and being in compliance to COPPA, the fact that if you have any content that is a little too scary for the little ones, you have to disclaim it, and you're in a completely different category. So we essentially had to make the choice of, if we were going to do horror content, it had to be on a different channel. So
oh no, Thomas.
Yeah, trying to do that all in one breath, that's a lot. That was a lot to talk about. So really the whole reason why I say all of this, abridged version of our history, is because we've learned so much. We've always loved horror. We will continue to love horror.
For sure.
And so we just want to talk a little bit about, when we started, the first ever convention that we went to was Midsummer Scream.
Midsummer Scream, yeah.
So the first year we did Midsummer Scream was in 2017. That was our first year at Midsummer Scream. Do you have? You did not turn off the AC. Look at this.
Guys, we're rusty
is this
still.
Amateur hour right now?
It's been a while since we did this.
It's been too damn long. You're forgetting things.
We're filming the TLV horror videos, not even here, so it's like I've totally forgot how to work the studio. That's the problem.
Forgotten everything. Yeah, that's right. TLV horror. We're filmed in a different location, which we will bring to here.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you saw recently, we just did basically the first maze.
Don't say we.
I did.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Yeah, it was all right. It was quick. I was kind of proud of it. It was like,
be proud. That was our first video of the channel to get 1,000 views.
Filmed it in about 20 to 30 minutes. Edited it in like 35 minutes.
There you go.
Got it up. And you guys enjoyed it.
All right, everybody, round of applause.
I'm blushing, guys. I'm blushing. Okay, so anyways, let's actually get into the freaking topic. So yeah, we were talking Midsummer Scream
2017. What was your experience? Like, what did you think when you went through Midsummer Scream 2017?
Oh God, it was a lot smaller than it is now.
That's right. It was only partially Long Beach Convention Center.
It was pretty cool. We got media there. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. In 2017.
No,
you lie.
You remember
freaking liar.
Yeah, it was half of the convention center. Then you would have to go across the street.
Yes, we had to go to the Performing Arts Center in order to actually see the panels, because the panels were the ballroom was being used up that weekend for some other, like they didn't have access to the ballroom. Yeah.
Hall of Shadows. That was the year we were able to interview. No, it wasn't. Dude, I don't remember anything from 2017. What did we do? Did we just go to the panels?
We just went to the Halloween Horror Nights panel.
God, we went last Sunday and that's it, huh?
We went that Sunday and then we had a live stream. So for those of you, when we were in the haunt season, we used to do live streams like every weekend. We loved our live streams. Everybody, and so the way that we structured it is because, even back then, YouTube was already kind of iffy with the copyright claim system. We couldn't show the videos, but we would tell you where you could find these movies.
Yeah.
A wink, just pay. Wink, wink. And so we'd watch along with you guys. We'd watch these movies that were properties coming to Halloween Horror Nights mainly because we love Halloween Horror Nights.
We still do.
We still do, yeah. It's like, we're just,
It's a love-hate relationship.
You hate it?
No,
I don't think I could ever say hate. I mean,
2017.
But yeah, so Midsummer was a lot, and it is a great introduction because I think for us, it literally just threw us into the community. And then the following year, when we did Monsterpalooza in April, that also was awesome. Monsterpalooza really is this great time to kind of wait. So really, Midsummer Scream has had this fantastic branding where they say they are the beginning of the haunt season, which is amazing. I think it's an amazing idea. Rick West and the creative team, the fact that they make it so that when it starts it was late July those 2 years, but in 2019 it was in August, and in 2020 it's going to be in August again. So essentially from late July, early August, all the way until November, it's haunt season, and that starts because of Midsummer Scream.
You can really
And now, that's amazing. But Monsterpalooza in April, or in this year it's in May, is also a great way to kind of get your horror fix between all these other different little events like season screamings, Haunt X, by having like a big convention. Midsummer Scream, August, Monsterpalooza in May.
And this May, we'll be going to Monsterpalooza as TLEV Horror.
That's right. This will be our first outing. Well, I mean, we're still TLEV, right?
No, for sure. But we're going to be, I'm planning on having some, I'll say, maybe some t-shirts that we're going to walk in with.
I don't know.
We will see about that. But yeah, okay. So what I really want to talk about is how these events are basically now, and what
do you
is mean? So Midsummer Scream is an event that is growing at a rapid pace.
It really is
compared to 2017. Okay, last year 2019, we had to arrive early. We had to arrive early because the line, you don't see it in our videos, but there are videos out there that you can watch, would wrap around the building and go convention center, go down this bridge and stuff like that.
That's true.
And compared to 2017 when we got to wait inside, remember that?
That's right.
We waited inside of the convention center. It was like us and 40 other people or something like that. And now this past year, it was 100 to 200 people wrapping around the place.
Oh, it was,
and it was building
insane.
and building. And because we went Saturday, what time did we get there Saturday?
I have no idea. So this is when August 3rd was an amazing day for me because it was also when I started studying for the LSAT. So that was the first time I took the practice. I just started my LSAT prep class. So I don't know when you guys got there, but you guys got there hours before me because I dealt with that. I dealt with the crowd, with the cars and everything.
We got there because I believe the event was starting at 10 a.m.
It might have been 10 or 11.
10 or 11, something like that. No, even earlier.
Earlier.
Josue got there before me, and he calls, he goes, Tim, it is packed. I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm pulling around the corner, and I am stuck by...
islands?
Basically by islands, but farther down from islands. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get a spot. I waited, I'd say, 45 minutes without my car moving whatsoever. And I was like, you know what? I'm screw this. I'm making a U-turn. 45 minutes waiting.
Wow.
And that was not even to park right next to the convention center. It was to just keep going on the street and then get into, where we parked in 2017 and then later on the years.
So for your parking options, and I think this is something that we can talk about, like kind of like rule number 1, right? So this whole video, we have a bunch of rules for you. Rule number 1, always make sure to look where you can park around these conventions.
Yeah.
Because in Midsummer Scream's case, in Long Beach, there is, of course, the convention center parking, which is right under the convention center. And then there's also some different parking spaces or structures right across the street.
Yeah.
Those will fill up incredibly fast. So if you don't get there early, you can park in the mall, which is right across, which is what I had to do. And then you can walk into the convention center.
Yeah.
The rates are, I mean, they're pretty insane. They're like $12 to $20. It's pretty crazy, but everybody's making a profit somehow.
But then Sunday, we
got there
early, 6 a.m.
We got there
because Josue got there
early.
At 5 a.m. and then they slept.
Yeah,
we
they took a nap.
Like 6 or 7.
I think it was 7. Yeah, we got there early.
Much better because there were still people arriving, but it was more like 40 people. So we were towards the front. And we got in.
So I think the moral of the story is now we're in an age. I was going to say age, but then I said era, so it came out era. Where all these conventions and all these events are just getting so big.
They're getting big.
They're essentially becoming the Comic-Cons of horror.
I mean, they're probably going to have to start. I'm thinking in 2 or 3 years, they might have to find another location, a bigger convention.
It's possible.
It's growing so quick.
Yeah.
Panels.
What about the celebrities? There's some pretty great celebrities that come
out too. It's. I mean, there's a pop back there that's signed by Linda Blair that I got signed over there. Not last year, but 2 years ago.
Yeah, we went in 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. But so speaking on the fact that there's so many people. It seems more likely, not more likely, but you should probably start looking into buying the Gold Bat Pass.
Okay.
Start saving up for it because not just you have to wait in line to get inside, but when it comes to panels, those lines could stack up.
Yeah, there was, even for the Gold Bat Pass, there was a really significant line. But that's. I mean, we're saying this not to dissuade any potential horror fans. The reason why we're saying this is because this is the community you're entering.
Yeah.
This is people here in the horror community are incredibly passionate about horror, and because they are so passionate, it's essentially like any other community where they will do everything in order to get to see their idols, to see the celebrities, to actually, like, people dress up and embody these characters.
It's awesome. It's so awesome. So because once you get the Gold Bat, there are some perks to it. They let you in.
So that's specifically from Midsummer Scream.
Oh yeah. This is I'm really focusing in on Midsummer Scream because that's the one I remember the most.
Okay.
So the Gold Bat is, the perks are like, when it comes to the panel time, you're let in first. Everyone in Gold Bat, they're sent in. You can get front seats. You can get perfect. Especially, it's really good for us, especially when we film the panels and stuff like that. What other perks? They let you into the convention center first. The after party.
That's right.
There's
so if you get the Gold Bat Pass, it basically gives you access to both days of Midsummer Scream, and every Saturday there is a gala.
Gala. Yeah.
We'll post a photo of us at the gala right here for those of you who are audio listeners. I'll describe the photo. It's they did the theming for Haunted Mansion.
It was the
50th anniversary of Haunted Mansion. So all the what do you call them? They're not cast members, but they were dressed like cast members from the Haunted Mansion.
All the waiters and waitresses.
Yeah, exactly. So
bartenders.
The bartenders, they were all dressed like they were part of Haunted Mansion. And so it was really fun because there was like strobe effects, not strobe effects, but no, there were laser light shows.
There was
dance. There was fog machine. There was a ping pong tournament that we had. Scott, Damien, all of the other Halloween Horror Nights scare actors that we played with. That was an amazing experience.
That was awesome.
So the reason why we say all of this is because when you have a Gold Bat pass, go to the gala. Go and have this amazing experience with all of these horror fans, especially people who work in the industry, because they are so cool. They're your age, right? Yeah. They're guys, they're girls, they're all your age. They're just human beings who love to be monsters.
And it's a great way to get to know other people in the community. We were able to meet some of our scare actor friends.
That's right.
And that was pretty awesome. And you can just have a good time.
Exactly.
Too. There's no one. I think the best part about this convention is no one gives a crap. They do not like. They don't. What is it called? I can't remember the word.
I think people give a crap.
No, I mean not give a crap. No. Okay. Well. They don't judge, basically. They don't judge.
Chef don't judge.
Chef don't judge.
Chef don't judge. Yeah.
I'm rusty, okay? I'm sorry.
You're pretty damn rusty over here. I'm going to have to get some polish or something.
I know. It's from editing. God.
Oh, you tired?
Oh, I'm tired.
Oh, you tired.
But yeah, nobody judges. Nobody judges, which is pretty cool,
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that very much the horror community is a very open community. Yes, exactly.
Well,
that I think
okay, we gotta be careful. The horror community is open, like very open, but then there's also some of those bad little bugs that are.
Well, I think that's in every community, right? Especially like take for example the Disney community.
Yeah.
Very much like the Disney community, horror fans, if there's a change that they don't want or don't like, they will be very vocal about it. But I mean, that's the Disney community, that's the theme park communities in general. That's just, movies. One example, the Walking Dead community. People were so pissed when Andrew Lincoln left, right? People still think, and I'm part of that camp. Hey, hello, that The Walking Dead has never been the same ever since. And I actually have not watched a single episode of this new season.
New season's coming up today.
Yeah, so thanks to Knights of Horror, who's of course a
close friend of ours
for sure, for spoiling one of the Walking Dead facts that was in our video, our latest Walking Dead video. But it's okay. If you're all caught up on The Walking Dead, which I'm assuming
I
that
didn't even read it.
Oh, you didn't read it? Yeah.
Boy.
I don't really care though. I was like, that's kind of cool. I wish I found that out myself, but also I don't, because I don't really care. But anyway, so yes, August. Now you've gone through Monsterpalooza.
Yeah.
Now you've gone through Midsummer Scream. You are ready for the haunt events. So what is the first thing that's going to happen after? Well, of course, that's going to be the Knott's Scary Farm announcement event. This is something that's very new to us.
We've never first thing.
Yeah, that's in August 28th.
I mean, by then, hasn't Horror Nights already announced everything?
Oh yeah, well, they've announced it, but they haven't.
Speaking of for Horror Nights, if you have Twitter, you should start following John Murdy and Horror Nights.
At Horror Nights.
This is the perfect time to start following. This is when they start dropping info slowly but surely. It's sort of like a way to what kind of backed up this Walking Dead video. Many people started asking John Murdy these questions of how it got leaked or how it came out, and he says he has no clue. He was not behind that. Yeah. But anyways, this is the perfect.
Sad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's the perfect time because he's also talking about his Carney stories.
That's right, on his personal account, but also on Horror Nights, he just talked about how he's proposing an idea that is going to be out of this world, like it's never been done before. Which a lot of people are speculating is going to be Beetlejuice, but this is not a speculation.
No, this
episode.
is not.
No, we're not going to be talking about that right now.
That was last week. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out.
But I completely agree with you about following on Twitter because that helped us a lot.
But maybe not just, Knott is not going to start releasing stuff until after their announcement of that.
And that's why I want to talk about the announcement.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, all right? That was something that was brand new to us starting last year when we actually covered the announcement event. This is a show that you do not want to miss.
This is crazy.
It's insane. So the requirements to get into this is that you have to be a Knott's Berry Farm pass holder.
Yeah.
And you just need to reserve a ticket for it.
Yeah.
That's literally all the requirements are for this, and you do not want to miss it. So for us, last year it was in late August, right at the beginning of September, because Knott's Scary Farm and Halloween Horror Nights started in mid-September. This was where they announced all their big mazes. So like at Midsummer Scream, they talked a little bit about changes to their mazes,
like the mazes that they keep, and what's
like that are returning. But these two brand new mazes that they talked about, Waxworks, and of course Origins, The Curse of Calico.
And especially this year, we are losing Shadowlands and what's it called?
Special Ops.
We're losing both of those, so there's
Infected.
2 brand new mazes coming.
And so those will probably not be talked about until the announcement of it. And so it's an amazing show. It's very much like a Cirque du Soleil feel, but with horror. There's dancers, there's singing, and there's also just behind the scenes kind of video clips of what these mazes are going to be. And then the monsters, right? The monsters themselves start going into the audience, and they are just like, they're ready. This is their first outing in like a year. So I'd say do it.
But if you can't make it, there are multiple live streams that go around. I believe Knott does.
Yeah, they do it on Facebook.
They do it on Facebook, so you want to make sure to check that out if you can't make the event, if you live too far from Park and stuff like that.
Actually, I think that's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. Like, watch it. Just not necessarily go there if you can't, but watch it because it's going to really hype you up for the experience of that year. Absolutely.
So since you're on Knott's right now, do you want to talk about some things that, we wish we knew about Knott's?
I mean, you know what? Yeah, I think we could.
Okay. Okay, for Knott's, I want to start with you need to go more than once.
Yeah.
It is an event that you cannot just go one time. That is a mistake we have made.
2 years in a row now?
2 years in a row now.
Learn from our mistakes.
Learn from our mistakes. We are very grateful and lucky that we got media last year.
And this year, too.
And, we got it
2018, 2019. I'm still talking like we're 2019.
This year, it was pretty good because we actually got to do like the front of the line kind of stuff. The year before, we didn't. But yeah, that is, if we didn't have that, there's no way we could have done everything. No way. And even when we did that, we did not have much time to spend in all the scare zones.
That's true. That's so true.
And we'll touch on the other events too. You need to spend time in the scare zones. It is a show.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a dinner and a show kind of thing. Go get a turkey leg and then just start eating it in the area. These characters go wild. They all have their own characters, especially in Ghost Town. I've noticed. These characters really have awesome storylines, especially with the Origins, Curse of Calico. You basically have to like people watch. You got to see what they do. They really throw their bodies out there to just scare.
You could spend an entire trip just in one of the scare zones.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, if you live close by, Thomas sort of lives close by. I do not. I'm not saying where I live.
That's true. I can't.
Get a pass, and start going. Like, that's what I do with Horror Nights, is because I'm like literally 30 minutes away on a good day.
Humble brag over here. All right.
Okay, so that's when the we'll talk about that afterwards. That's why you should
foreshadowing. Were you foreshadowing?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Horror Nights. Don't even worry, Horror Nights.
I didn't even know that we're gonna talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Wow,
that's an event.
Oh man.
But look, if you live by, and it's one of the cheapest fear passes.
It is
$100
for the entire season.
Yeah,
the entire season. Every single day.
Because last year for Horror Nights, I got the. Oh Jesus!
You got the
it was the Wednesday. No, when was 80s night? That was Thursday nights
and Sunday nights, right?
I got the Thursday. You
got Sundays because I went with you on Sunday.
No, I think it was just a Thursday Sundays. I think that's what it was. Yeah. And that was like
over $100. Just stop. Just stop.
It was like
can you just stop being rusty?
It was bad. I should have wrote it down, but it was like is between 112 to 180. Oh,
well, I mean, the ultimate was like over $400, and so that just shows you in comparison. And especially, I think what's crazy about the difference is that every single time we do Scary Farm, I'm exhausted. I am so tired because it is massive. Knott's Berry Farm is a massive park in comparison to Universal Studios Hollywood. And that's all that we knew before going to Knott's Scary Farm was that size. And it's just, you feel the steps at the end of the night.
Yeah. It's a big park.
So, yes, I think going park. More than once is great. Yeah. What else? What else do you got? A recommendation?
I think this is a recommendation if you want to start building a YouTube channel around horror and stuff like that.
All right, giving them secrets like that?
Well, I mean, it was a struggle that we had.
We should charge them.
We should charge them. Yeah, these are like...
this is our masterclass series.
Do not bring a light for your camera.
Yeah, so if you want to film the inside of the haunts in the mazes, make sure that you're bringing a Sona. Let me try that again. Make sure to bring a Sony Alpha camera or a Black Magic mirror. Not Black Mirror. Wow. See, now I'm the rusty one. Talking Black Mirror over here. Black Magic, one of those 4K cameras. Those that can see well in low light, that need very little color correction afterward. Because we've been using the one that we're filming right now with is our Lumix G7, and this does not do well in low light whatsoever. So we would bring our external lights, and just it's a very unpleasant experience for everyone.
Yeah, especially it's like after. I mean, I don't want to seem like we're petty.
We'll just say that the monsters don't appreciate it, the workers don't appreciate it, and then the guests that are going with you don't appreciate it. Yeah. Granted, we only did it ever when it was the media night, but still, just if you're gonna be media, and that's what we're gonna be doing this season, just bite the bullet, get that more expensive camera, and then you'll be able to actually film without any issues whatsoever. But I think that's a great for Not Scary Farm. So why don't we then, talk, bring it back a little bit to Long Beach? What do you think? Talk about.
Are we going Doc Harbor?
We're going Doc Harbor.
All right.
Speaking of which, just a little foreshadowing because you've been listening. Everybody's been listening right now. They've been listening for over 30 minutes. So thank you for so much.
You are a true fan.
Thank you. A little hint right here. The reference that we keep making with that. We might be seeing that monster on the podcast.
That'd be awesome. A little bit. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dark Harbor. Okay, so we've been going to Dark Harbor 2 years now. 2 or 3 years.
2 years.
2 straight years.
2 straight years. Not squiggly years. Straight years.
What we've learned from both times going is you need to eat before the event.
Yeah.
Food during the event is not the greatest. There's not many options.
I mean, that's the same for any event.
That's not true.
Talk horror.
That's
what is this for a horror community, right?
What is this for a horror community?
Yeah, what's Dark Harbor for a horror community?
So if you're just getting into the horror stuff, there is a certain maze you need to start with.
What's that?
It is Intrepid.
Yeah. Okay. Intrepid. Because hopefully that's coming back.
It probably will. Just start because it's Intrepid. Start in the front of the event, okay? Because we made this mistake for the first time we went. We were like, let's hit the back. Let's go straight
because
to the
that
back.
was always
that's what we did for Horror Nights.
Policy for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
You go to the back lot first.
And don't worry, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
So we hit the back lot. We started with Circus, or did we go straight to Feast?
We did Feast first.
Oh my God.
No, we did start with Circus.
You're
right.
Circus was a bit scary too.
Circus was intense.
Circus
was intense, but nothing in comparison
like
to Feast.
Especially because I'm mainly focusing right now on 2018 when we went. And then once we went through Feast, it was like, pardon.
It was like pardon.
Yes.
What the hell did you eat?
I don't know, guys. I'm dying here.
For those who are just our audio listeners, Mr. E is just having some gassy issues going on with his stomach right now.
The burps.
The burps.
That's what horror does to me. It makes me start burping.
Yeah. Better out that way than the other way.
That is a fact.
All right.
So back to the event, Dark Harbor. So Feast, it felt, my God, I was like, that was leaning towards more like an extreme haunt than anything for us.
Absolutely.
Because, Horror Nights is scary. Don't get us wrong. But I think because Feast is on the boat, that plays a big role.
Oh, yeah, because it feels real.
And also that Dark Harbor really likes being like interactive kind of thing.
True.
Where they make you do like parkour.
And that's a lot of John Cook. John Cook.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, John Cook is the new creative director of Dark Harbor, and he also does a lot of Not Scary Farm and Not Scary Haunted Hayride. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about Haunted Hayride a little bit later.
Yeah.
But really, John Cook he is the new creative genius of haunts in Southern California.
Yeah.
I mean, he brings new blood, new energy, new interactive experiences that no other theme park or attraction has ever done. And so yes, so when we went in 2018, it was very much this changing point for Dark Harbor becoming more interactive. So yes, talk about that.
Okay. Well, for Feast, when we went the first time, it was already a little bit interactive with climbing through the.
He was both. He did both. Yeah.
But he didn't touch it in 2018.
I'm pretty sure he touched it. I think he touched all of Dark Harbor.
2019, yeah.
No. He touched Dark Harbor in 2018.
He started in 2018.
Boy, do I have to tell you to go to TLV Media and watch the announcement and Midsummer Scream panel where it's talking about John Cook in 2018.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure you're not mixing 2019?
Oh, I will bet you.
Okay.
I will bet you right now.
I guess
that's one thing that you will learn in this. We do a lot of bets. Do a lot of bets on the podcast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it became super interactive. It was awesome. Rogue was not
2019.
Rogue.
That was 2019 Rogue.
2019 was Rogue. What was the one that was the parkour map?
Dead Rise.
Dead Rise. Did that come back?
No, that was replaced. That was replaced. I'm talking about a Peaky Blinder over here. I'm Sam Neill. Thomas Shelby.
All right. But
it's funny because you don't get that reference at all. So.
It is annoying. But Dead Rise was pretty cool. How really parkour that was. Rogue, I think that's still one of my favorite mazes. It was, if you watch our video on top.
Can you watch that on youtube.com/TLV Horror?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It is also in the icon or the eye.
Well, if you're watching the video version of this, audio.
Yeah. Oh, audio listeners.
Yeah, audio listeners. Where can they?
Audio listeners. Okay. You need to remember that we are a YouTube channel called TLV Horror. Okay.
Well, that's part of us. Yeah.
So go subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Bitch. All right. Yes, you'll learn from TLV Horror. This is not meant for kids whatsoever.
Yes, that
not made for children.
Yeah, I'm still not too happy about that, but whatever.
That's pretty cool. I think also, you need to walk around the scare zones also. Well, the whole thing
is a scare zone. Yes.
And it, it's not like, I wouldn't say they're trying to scare you fully. They interact.
It's very interactive.
Yeah, they interact and try to roast you.
There was some
that.
crazy monsters this year. There was a guy who had one of us staple a $1 bill on them. So in Dark Harbor, they're drinking the harbor water.
They're true
That's
carnies,
what they are. They're true carnies.
It sometimes feels like you're in Venice, but
there you go. Yeah, you're not in Long Beach. You're in Venice.
You're in Venice. Yeah. And you also can take pictures with these
absolutely.
Scare actors. I was luckily I took pictures with them, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
You're just bragging a lot today, huh?
That's sort of what a podcast is about. I'm just kidding.
There you go. In this revamp, we do a lot of bragging.
Yeah. So that's Dark Harbor right there.
A lot of great monsters, a lot of great story, really much.
A lot of cool drinks too.
Yeah. Cool.
There's secret bars.
You're such a liar. You've never had a single drink. What are you talking about? You underage.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. There's secret bars.
Yes, the secret bars.
The
yes.
secret bars.
If that's your thing. It doesn't have to be
If you're an adult, if you're at the age of this.
Look, if you're joining the horror community, you don't have to participate in this particular part of the community. You can if you want. Because we're telling you all the options here, but you don't have to participate.
Well, they really pushed the secret bars.
They push it. There were 13 this past year. There's probably going to be another 13 this year. And not just like another 13. I'm talking about like 26 in total.
We got 26 this year.
And of course, the audience is going to go.
There's like 3 in each maze. That's what's happening.
The maze itself is just bars.
Secret bars.
Some people just don't even finish the maze because they can't go through all the bars.
You want to come through the secret bar?
You gotta take a drink. You gotta take another drink.
You want to finish it. But it's actually cool for some of the secret bars, especially which secret bars? Was it Rogue that you could press the button and shoot air? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was Rogue. It was Rogue. It was pretty cool. You shoot air at them. You could scare them.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This podcast has been going on forever. We've got a lot to go through. So why don't we just...
let's speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's speed it up to Haunted Hayride.
Haunted Hayride.
Haunted Hayride is changing.
It's changed so much.
If this was back in 2019 and we were filming this podcast, I'd probably tell you this was February 2019.
Yeah.
I'd probably tell you that, you know what, if you want to enter the horror community slowly, Haunted Hayride is the place to start. I think that this is just, you should go no matter what level of fear that you can tolerate, because this is an amazing experience for getting to know your monsters.
Yeah. It's also, this is actually an event that is made, I'd say, truly for like 10 and up kind of thing.
Yeah. No, it's still for it's not nearly as intense as Dark Harbor, but it has that like interactive Dark Harbor feel to it.
Exactly. It's, God, I wouldn't say Dark Harbor is 10 and up.
No, Dark Harbor is like
that's
18
really, that's truly like the 14
21 and up.
13 bars. But yeah, God, I don't even know where now that 13 bars is stuck in my head.
No, but yeah, like
Haunted Hayride does not have 13
no, it
bars.
doesn't. I don't even think it has a single bar. So
well, John Cook is touching this again. So
yeah, but
he didn't touch the 13
it's not
bars.
John Cook
he didn't work on the 13
creating
bars.
the bars.
Yeah, no.
It's that
lady.
I forgot her name too. She's literally in charge of the entertainment side of the bars. So
okay, so Haunted Hayride.
Haunted Hayride, come on.
So it changed up a lot this year. John Cook decided, let's make this more of a storyline based event. And they made it all about Midnight Falls.
Midnight Falls?
Midnight Falls. This is the radio of Midnight Falls.
You're listening to the radio for Midnight Falls.
That's not how he sounded. He was like, smooth.
Oh, it didn't sound like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Am I crossing my memories?
Yeah, you're crossing it right now.
That's copyright.
We can't talk about that movie. That's not a horror-based movie, bro.
Did you not see the last 5 minutes of that movie? I would
did.
definitely classify those last 5 minutes as a horror.
Okay, shout out to Quentin Tarantino real quick.
I don't think he's going to listen to her.
Good job. Brad Pitt, if you listen,
Brad,
we would love to have
we could literally throw this out and just put you in if you want.
He appears. Okay, God, Midnight Falls. So the best part about this event is that you really don't have to go to do these the little haunt mazes. You could go
do the
hayride and hang out with the scare actors. Why am I not loud enough, dude? I can.
No, don't be louder. Just make sure the mic is directly next to you. That's all.
Whoa. Geez.
Okay, talk to me more about this hayride.
This is why we didn't do the podcast.
I think so. You know what? I don't want to do it anymore.
Sick with your shit, bro. But yeah, the scare actors I think are awesome.
Yes.
That
is correct. I don't know if we would classify them as scare actors. They're definitely actors, and they're definitely monsters. So I'd probably just call them monsters. They are so much fun. What's up, bro? If you understand that reference, then thank you. Oh my God! Thank you for watching our video.
Us from TLV Media.
Wow! If you don't get that reference, then you didn't go to Haunted Hayride, and that's why we say go to Haunted Hayride.
Yeah, you got to. I wonder if they're going to change it up this year.
They'll probably tweak it a little bit.
Add new, like newer characters and stuff like that.
Definitely newer characters. Maybe a newer theme. I mean, Midnight Falls. Well, Midnight Falls is trapped in that day. That's always Halloween.
So here's the thing:
it's October 31st,
Haunted Hayride,
1980 something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The thing about Haunted Hayride that I learned this year at
Tell me what you learned.
Midsummer Scream.
What did you learn?
Is that they have a week to set up everything. A week.
We're talking about a week. I thought it was 12 days. You told me 12 days. You lying to me now? You say now it's
around
a week?
It's around 2 weeks then, probably.
2 weeks now? Now you're adding?
I don't know.
What
it's
did
a
you
small
learn?
amount compared to like every other event.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's a park. Like people go out there to walk their dogs and crap.
Are the humans crapping or are the dogs crapping?
Both of them. Because it's Midnight Falls.
Oh no! I don't like that.
What falls at Midnight Falls? Everything.
All right. Moving on.
Okay, so you need to go to Haunted Hayride Haunted Hayride.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a hayride this year. But also you don't have to go opening. Or once the event opens every day.
Pourquoi?
Why? Because it's a very small event. I've learned from multiple people that they arrived early to the event, kind of like what you do for Horror Nights, which we will talk about. We're getting there. Don't worry, horror fans.
Horror Nights fans, I know you've been waiting for this, but it's coming.
It's coming. That's what she said. But yeah, so this is a very small event, so you don't have to go right when the event starts. You'll be able to complete everything because it's a few hours you get for that event. It's I think it goes 7 to 11.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I would assume it goes to midnight. I would assume it goes to midnight because midnight
it wouldn't
falls.
take you 4 to 5 hours to complete.
It wouldn't.
No,
It'd probably take
wouldn't.
you 2 hours. Yeah. You could do it all in 2 hours.
So that's our little.
So what you could do. All right, now listen to me. What you could do those 2 hours, Midnight Falls, and then you take the 134, and you go on over to Halloween Horror Nights. That's right, we're here, Halloween Horror Nights fans. We're talking about Halloween Horror Nights.
Horror Nights.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
So this is the event I think we have the most info about because we've been going to the longest.
We have the most experience, that's for sure. Yeah.
You and Josue.
Yeah. Well, Josue's been going longer than me.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm. But he forgets that a lot, so I don't know.
I think we should start with, what we used to do before we had media access.
Okay, so you've been bragging. You've been bragging for the past hour already. You feel bad for bragging? Really?
Yeah.
An hour into this, you feel bad for bragging?
Yeah. This is when the emotions start coming out.
Oh, okay, I see.
No.
So before we were cool.
Before we were cool, got to meet cool people.
Yeah. Cooler people.
Mm-hmm. We would have to do the early entry.
Mm-hmm.
Early entry, which is something they still do. So, Thomas, would you like to touch on early entry?
Thank you.
I need to drink water.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. All right. So early entry for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood. We can't really talk about how it works in Orlando because we've never done Orlando.
Nope.
All of our experience here is in Southern California.
Yep.
So we can only talk about that right now.
Yep.
I digress. So with early entry, you get to go into one of the designated mazes. Actually, it's more than one now. Mm-hmm. Early. It's as simple as that. So the event allegedly starts at 7 p.m. and goes until 2 a.m. Well, if you get there early, and it used to be a lot earlier, like you would have to get there for when it would be from like around 5:15 to 5:40. Some of the mazes in the back lot. Now, for those of you who've been to Universal Studios Hollywood, you know that the back lot is where the movies are filmed. So it's a really cool environment where the mazes are. You get to go and experience one of the different mazes. So if you're new to the horror community, definitely do this. Like if you have the time, if you have the patience to actually go there early. But I will advise that, it's getting hot. It's getting real hot now in September and definitely in October. So I would advise bringing a change of clothes.
Because you didn't mention that in our Maze review video.
I did, where I was in pants, and I did not like being in pants. And so that's definitely something that you might get sweaty, but it'll be worth it because you go through the mazes, and because it's still very well lit outside, you'll see more details than you would normally see when it's at night.
And if you are trying to get into this like YouTube stuff, filming, it's much easier with the light.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So early entry is definitely a very important part of having a full experience, especially now. It's gotten crazy.
Oh, my Lord.
It's gotten so crazy. So if you want to do every single maze, now like last year there were 10 mazes. You want to do all 10?
Yeah, because they did not do the terror tram.
They did not do the terror tram.
Extra mazes instead.
And I highly doubt the terror tram's coming back. That's
a different video.
Yeah, that's a different speculation video. Yeah. So
different video.
But
it'll be a podcast. It
might be. But we're gonna be talking about the fact that it could be range from 8 to 10 mazes.
Right.
You need to get there early if you want to do all the mazes.
Yeah, because if you're doing just a 1-day ticket, you want to go to the events once. Yeah. You got to do early entry. Yeah. But early entry is every day, right?
Every single day that there's a Halloween Horror Nights, there is early entry. Yes.
Yeah, and we recommend, I think you said it already, that hitting the back lot first.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's always what opens up first, right?
Yeah. Well,
what was it past year?
These past 2 years, they've had Parisian Courtyard also be one of them that opens up.
Really?
Yeah. So, I would still advise going to the back lot.
Sometimes I don't remember. I don't think we ever did early entry this year.
No, we haven't done early entry in like 2 years now.
I'm trying to think when Josue and I were going.
Oh, you didn't do any?
I don't think we did any early entries.
Are you crazy? But you didn't get to do everything, right?
No, we did do early entries. Yes. What would open up was the back lot. It would be Ghostbusters.
That's right.
Frankenstein meets Wolfman would open up too. But it would always be Ghostbusters first. So it would go doot doot doot, and then Killer Clowns, and then
it's
Let's finish this thing.
I know I'm getting kind of loopy.
Okay.
Don't have the endurance for this.
What else?
Scare zones are great.
Scare zones, you need to spend time there too.
Yeah.
If you live close by to Universal, get a pass.
Yes, not only get a pass to Universal Studios, but also get a pass to Horror Nights. Because if you have a pass to Universal Studios, you don't have to pay for parking.
No, you don't.
So that's awesome.
Thank you for coming in clutch, Josue.
Oh yeah, because you never have to pay for parking because of Josue. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's definitely. I miss my pass.
And the best part is too, if you don't get there before 6 p.m., like you have to pay for parking, but you go. Like you say, you're going for an AMC movie.
Yeah.
Okay, you only spend
secrets away on the first episode. Well, especially episode 0.
If people have gone this far watching it,
they deserve
to know.
You deserve it.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of money, okay, I want to talk about this thing that Josue and I did last year.
Yeah, talk about it.
Okay. You need to
preface the fact that like in the horror community, you represent your horror.
Oh,
right?
For sure.
You need in your closet and in your studio, if you have a studio, or just in your bedroom, you need horror merchandise, right? There's a reason why, for those of you who are not seeing this, but I'm holding a Palace Arcade mug. What's that from? I don't know. I'm also wearing a Maximum Screamage shirt.
Speaking of the Maximum Screamage shirt.
How did I get the Maximum Screamage shirt?
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so Horror Nights has merchandise. That can be very pricey, but really sick stuff. So this is mainly talking to the people who get a frequent fear pass.
You can talk to them,
and if you're willing to spend money on an extra day ticket. When Horror Nights is coming to its last night,
it's like last weekend.
Yeah. Prices on everything go so down. It's like the 2008
what are you saying? The housing recession?
The recession.
Wow.
Yeah, that
was a bad joke.
It was so bad. I am so sorry, people. I'm so out of it. So we when we went on the last night, Josue was like, dude, when I went 2 days ago, everything was 45% off. 20 to 50% off.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yo, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I'm willing to buy stuff now. We go the last night and we go to all the merch areas.
Tell me.
It was completely empty of merch, but it was 80% off.
Whoa!
80% off everything.
Wasn't some of it also 90% off?
90% off
wow.
Too. That shirt Thomas is wearing right now, I spent
let's first say what it usually goes for. It usually goes for like $25
or something like that. That went for $2.50. And it's such a sick shirt too.
And it's nice.
On the back, it shows all the mazes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And I got myself one too. Yeah, they can sort of see it. That's good. And then Josue got his Slimer mask for $7, where they usually sold for like $75.
They were like over $100. Some of them.
Some of them, yeah. So we asked the people, I was like, oh, is this all you guys have and stuff like that? And they're like, yeah, because the day of and the day before, or the night before, that's when they hit the 80%. But then also during the day, it was 80% off. Oh. So people went during the day to Universal.
Posers.
Nah, they're smart. They're smart.
Going. They lie.
Because you know what? I'm going to do that next year.
You are? All right. Okay.
Because you don't have to go into the park. You have the little stop right there. You know, right in City Walk. Yeah. So and the cool part is they had some Orlando stuff too. Our friend at the Nights of Horrors, Anthony Zaragoza. Oh, why did I say his full name? I'm so sorry.
You can say his full name.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, shout out to him. He got an Orlando poster.
Oh,
and it's pretty sick.
Nice.
And I wish I got it.
Oh well,
but I did it.
All right.
So yeah, so go the last night if you can. Also, if you're willing to spend the entire night at Halloween Horror Nights, make sure to watch the Chainsaw Chase Out.
Yes, that is huge thing for being part of this horror community, especially if you're going haunts and you're doing Halloween Horror Nights. You have to see at least once the Chainsaw Chase Out.
It's so awesome. It really is. There's also the opening ceremony. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but if you're not doing early entry, then we completely if you are doing early entry, you will not be able to see the opening ceremony. And I mean, that's understandable. The only reasons why we would ever see the opening ceremony is because we wouldn't do early entry, which would suck because then we wouldn't do everything. So if you want to
been to it in a while.
No, I haven't done it. I've
never done it. I've never done it.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't done it since 2015, which was the first year you went. So yeah.
And then maybe they'll be doing it this year, something like it. The Thursday nights last year were 80s night because last year Horror Nights it was 80s themed. So they might be doing something like that.
We'll see.
And if they're doing something like that, maybe like a 70s themed or
90s.
90s themed. We'll see what it is. I don't know. You need to do one of those special events. Yeah. You have to because 80s night was so cool.
Oh,
it was awesome because there was limited food. Limited food.
Yeah, it was exclusive. Limited time options.
Exclusive photo ops. Some with Beetlejuice himself.
And you got some good ones in there.
Yeah, we did. We had fun.
You had fun. So have fun and go.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to.
Anything else?
What do I have written down there? I can't even see. Is there anything else written down there? There's someone trying to get
audio listeners. The fact is that.
Oh my God.
Oh, what do you want to talk about? Battery's about to die.
Oh shit! Don't bring children.
Don't bring your children.
Don't bring your children.
And there you have it. You've now listened to everything about the horror community. You're part of the horror community now. And so thank you so much for watching this. And if you're listening, then of course remember that our audio recordings of all of our TLV Horror Pick Your Brain podcasts will come out on Tuesdays, and the video format comes out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're so glad to be back. I'm so happy.
This is so much fun. This was fun. I forgot how fun this was.
This is so much fun. Yeah. And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Mr. E.
Thank you so much for watching. And of course, as always, horror fans do the best.
Yeah.